A few years ago, a family friend got married, and I got to help plan the wedding. I helped create a custom cake, I helped find her dress, I helped find the venue, and all the different vendors. So many people don't understand how much actually goes into planning a wedding. This is why hiring a planner is so helpful. I want to introduce you to the benefits of hiring a planner. By the end of today, you will want to hire one for yourself or a loved one. They're so important because most of us have a desire to have a perfect wedding, but don't always have that knowledge or the time to do that yourself. This is why wedding planners are the perfect solution. They help create the dream wedding without all that stress. As I started this speech, I looked back at a wedding I planned. I read how to get a wedding started. I called a wedding planner from a private venue, and I did various internet searches. Today I will tell you the problems with trying to plan weddings without help, but I'll offer a solution. I will also share the types of coordinators and how they're affordable for any budget. Next, I will tell you the type of planner a wedding the type of wedding a planner can provide for you. Then I will go step by step on where to find the wedding planners. The problem is fairly obvious. Money. Expenses over the years have increased, and weddings have increased in prices as well. Flowers alone can be over $10,000. This is why wedding planners are so helpful, because they can budget efficiently and they can provide so many memories for you. I only plan on being married once, so I want to make sure my wedding's perfect. I conducted an interview with a woman named Miss Louise Gamilero from Magic Weddings. She stated a valid point on time and stress. She stated, planning a wedding can take an incredible amount of time, especially if you have a wedding career and want it done right. And I can spend approximately 150 to 200 hours planning a wedding. Who has that time? Let's take a look back at the money. I used to ask, why would I hire someone to do something that I can do myself? Well, when you are working 40 to 60 hours a week and you don't have that time to put together a wedding and take the actual amount of thought and put into it, it can put a damper on that happy time of yours. What if I told you I have the perfect solution to having that dream wedding for yourself or a loved one with the support of a planner? Today, I want you to consider doing your own research. You can call local planners, or you can ask family or friends if they have any references or know anyone. What if I told you hiring a planner could actually save you money? Who wouldn't want to do that? Well, planners negotiate with businesses to get better rates. So sometimes if a place offers cake and flowers, and you get both from them, they'll give you a 10% discount. These are the little things that planners can help create for you. And that savings is then passed on to you. Planners charge in different ways. There's the flat rate, which is where they sit down and go over what all is involved in your wedding, and they'll charge you between $3,000 and $10,000 on average. Those don't include the really small weddings or the really big ones. That's just the middle ground. The most popular kind is the percent of budget. That's where they'll charge 10 to 20% of your overall budget for the wedding. Next is by hour. That's where if you only need a little help in the beginning or in the middle, or if you just need to have them come with you on a couple different stops along the way, like to interview a cake person or to talk to the reception hall and figure out those questions that you don't know. And they charge between $50 to $200 per hour. And then the last type is the day of planner. That's where if you can plan the wedding and you know what you're doing, but then you want to have them there to support you and your family or your kid's wedding, or just so they don't have to worry about that whole situation where there's a lot that goes on during the wedding and there's always going to be a couple mess ups. So it's helpful to have someone there to make sure everything runs smoothly. Planners coordinate with different vendors and manage all those issues, like I stated before, and it's so helpful. Don't be put off by the price. Like I stated before, some planners will negotiate, and in the end, they will help you find the best deals, and they'll save your life. Okay, let's visualize your dream wedding, or your child's dream wedding, or your best friend's dream wedding. What do you want? Where would it be? What would the bride be wearing? What kind of flowers would there be? Well, let's say you want a small beach wedding in Hawaii, but you don't know the best of places. Well, this is where a planner comes in handy. She can arrange for a private beach, and then she'll arrange for you to have guests go on a private yacht where she arranged for the reception to be on there, where everything's already set up once you're there, and the flowers are on the table, and there's people already there making sure everything runs smoothly. What if she could find that local baker that you never knew about because you've only been to Hawaii once? And all throughout the night, there's those wonderful flowers everywhere from a local shop that you would have never heard of unless the planner had been there to communicate and help make that contact for you. Although this was a small, laid-back wedding, this could not have been done without the help and the time of a planner. It might seem quick and easy to explain, but there's a lot of time and interviews and phone calls and emails that go into these things. What do you want to do? Would you rather struggle with helping to plan a wedding, or would you hire someone that's trained and knows what they're doing? Like I said before, you can do your own research, you can consult a local planner or local planners, or you can ask friends and family. There are some easy steps on how to find the right planner for you. The first thing you need to do is you need to decide what type of planner do you want. Do you need someone to help sit there with the bride and groom while they talk for a couple hours on every little step, or do you need someone there to hold the bride's hand for every little part along the way? That is number one, because that will help narrow down the search. Then you need to confirm the educational background of all the different planners you've looked at. You need to make sure they're legitimate. Then you can go to a place like Association of Bridal Consultants. They have all like official bridal consultants logged into their computer, and so you type in some information about where you're from, and then they'll be able to provide a list of different planners in the local area or the area of your wedding. Then you can go to their personal websites of the planners you choose and make sure you like what you see and what weddings they can offer. And then you actually need to sit down with the bridal or the planner and interview them. Today I challenge you to go to the Association of Bridal Consultants.com and find a planner that would help plan a wedding for you or a loved one. That minimum research can be so helpful and help create the perfect wedding for you. Remember to go to associationofbridalconsultants.com if you ever need a planner or if someone you know needs a planner. And you'll be happy you did. Thank you. And there's the sources. Okay, Kira.